I love the fact that we've got interactive. Last time I had Justin Smith in the studio, we got complaints. Justin, kia ora.
Andrew.
No surprises. Yeah, exactly. And hey, loving this. People saying, hey, you're talking too much about that. How about you talk more about this other thing? We're happy to be interactive on this. By popular demand, talking the digital impact on our rural communities today in particular, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And absolutely, Totoka, what you say. We have thoughts and you have comments, so make your comments heard and we can ponder those. But rural technology is an extension of a conversation we had last week where we were talking about the sort of the plight of the local area of Mangere with
those townies and their fibre issues.
Exactly.
My heart bleeds, etc.
Yeah, exactly. But then actually this is something that, the rural community have just been not just battling with, it's been their existence for a huge portion of, the majority of history.
Exactly. And our access to a lot of resources can be difficult when you live in an isolated community. But then along comes Elon Musk and suddenly it's nationwide high-speed internet coverage, well, in theory at least, right?
Well, yeah, that's you're referencing Starlink there, the satellite internet. And I mean, it's the same with all the communicative methods we've had in the past when mobile phones came into the country. Obviously, satellite phones were the best that you could get in some of these remote rural areas. Yeah. And the 5G rollout in more recent, years, just gone past and is still continuing, is fantastic. But yet that's not stifled the level of incredible technological innovation that has happened and continues to happen in rural New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it's something that I was had my eyes sort of opened with a couple of weeks ago, really, just the extent to which some of the incredible innovations that we are making here in New Zealand.
It's not all about
farming.
It's not all about the number 8 wire down on the farm. We're doing amazing things with fibre, and just go along to an event like Field Days or any of the gatherings of rural innovation. Some exciting things happening, in particular wanting to focus on Fenceless farms.
Oh, this
sounds amazing, right?
Yeah, and this is one of, and we're honing in on one here today because it's one that just really piqued my interest. Because I think when it comes to sort of agri-tech, a lot of the technological advancements, people have spoken about the usage of drones as a technology on farms to check troughs and livestock and pasture. It's particularly with the growing of fruit and vegetables. You've got cameras.
It does sound better than pulling on the swan dry and going out on a rainy day, right?
Oh, 100%. But then this new technology is something that just blew my mind and has been it's been around for a couple of years now and is really having a tangible impact, but is effectively wearable technology for specifically cows.
Oh.
So much in the same way that...
Cows with smartwatches. This is intriguing.
Exactly. It's a smart collar. And the things that it enables farms to be able to do in this day and age with the right infrastructure, with the right technology, in any corner of Aotearoa, New Zealand, is absolutely mind-blowing.
Okay, talk us through a smart collar for a cow.
Yes.
How does this even work?
Well, you can imagine when you much the same as when you have a smartwatch on your wrist. If anyone has a smart device, they'll understand the information that you can get from that is quite telling. Your heart rate, your blood oxygen levels, all of these data points that you didn't realize existed. And then it helps to inform actually some of the things that you can do with that information. Like if I'm doing some exercise, how much am I exhausting myself? On the flip side, am I resting enough? Am I getting enough sleep? It can track all of those things and start to give you a bit of a visualization on how you are doing as a being. Now take that same principle and apply it to a whole mob, a farm's worth of animals. And now in the old age where we would have to get out, put the dungas on, head out into the heinous weather, round up the herd, look for who's showing signs of pre-mating or is in heat or et cetera, the physical ways in which we interact with the livestock to be able to, tag them and keep track of who's where. Now we're getting all of that through this smart collar technology, which is mind-blowing.
That is amazing. I mean, hey, cows have been doing wearables for a while, but usually it's on the ear. Usually it's the piercings that they've been rocking, which is a different way of identifying cows from, in different stages of and in different places. But wearing this digital device, this can also help us control where our cows are in
Yes.
relation to each other in the farm.
Correct. So I've only spoken about the health tracking benefits.
Yeah.
It also has the ability to, effectively using sound and vibration on the collar, help to restrict or, put the animals into a very specific part of the farm that's been mapped out.
Okay.
The same thing that fences do, but obviously a lot more dynamic and controlled via an app. So the thing that piqued my interest was when I loaded up TikTok a few weeks ago and I saw a video from a farmer who said, this is what I do every morning at 5 a.m. I wake up, it's freezing cold, it's pouring with rain outside. I open my Halter app, I tell the cows time to come into the shed, and I'll put a cuppa on, take my time, and I meet them there. And they're ready to be milked.
My goodness.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
And hey, lots of new technology in the milking shed as well. But getting the cows to the milking shed,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
And so there's time savings, obviously, for, you can imagine when the weather's starting to come in and you're sitting there thinking, hey, I'm going to have to head out to the field here. I might have a sleepless night if I haven't acted on it. Now people have, farmers that have this specific technology have the ability to make those movements without necessarily having to go out into the field. Like I said, all the health tracking benefits. And this is just one of the many, many, many incredible agri-tech innovations that are happening in our rural communities that I think a huge portion of New Zealand, especially us townie folk, have absolutely no idea or understanding of. And not only that, just how innovative these things are on a global stage, because New Zealand is without a doubt one of the absolute world leaders in, farming and agricultural technologies.
This sounds amazing, and the thing I love about this is it's totally scalable.
Exactly.
Us townies need to catch up on some of this amazing digital technology. You can imagine getting your kids to wear these collars. You don't have to do the school pickup anymore. Just buzz it. No, actually, I think
They're not going to listen.
I don't think this sounds like child abuse. Actually, I'm pedaling back on that one. But some wonderful digital technology happening in the rural community. Justin, thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.